how to create this stunning food delivery mobile app promo video in Canva. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more Canva video and animation tutorials. Start by creating a new design and selecting video landscape. Add a solid background and give it a medium dark blue purple color. Go to Elements, Shapes, and add a cycle or press C. Resize it, apply a gradient fill, and reduce the opacity. Make it bigger and adjust the gradient style and colors and move it to the left. Duplicate the cycle, resize it, and move it to the right. Change the gradient and position it. Adjust both gradient cycles. Now drag in a rounded rectangle. Resize it and change the color to a very light color. Then make it wider. Now let's add content. Go to text and add a text box or press T. Type step 1. Place it here. Change the font to Phantom Bold. Then duplicate it. Place it below the first text layer. Change the text, change the font, and reduce the size. Duplicate it again. Drag it down and add your description text. Resize and adjust the text box. Go back to Elements, Frames, and drag in a rounded rectangular frame. Resize it and place it. Go to Photos, search Burger, and drag in a good photo into the frame. Duplicate one of the text layers and type the website URL. Move it to the bottom and change the color to white. Add another rectangle, a rounded rectangle, resize it, place it over the website URL. Set fill to none, enable stroke, and make the color a light blue. Add a straight line, place it beside the outline rectangle, extend it to the end, and change the color to the same light blue. Now adjust the text so that it sits centered into the outline rectangle. Duplicate this text layer and move it to the top. Change the text to the app slogan, make it all caps, and position it. Adjust the gradient circles again, then add animation. Select the first cycle, click Animate, select Wiggle Animation, and reduce the intensity to 0. Apply the same animation to the other cycle. Make some final adjustments, and we are done with this page. Next, duplicate the page. Then go to page 2, delete the third text layer. Move the first and second text layers down and reduce their sizes. Reduce the size of the frame on the right and move it above the text layers. Drag the bounding box of the rounded rectangle to the left to shrink it. Now add a large rounded rectangle for the step 2 detail view. Add text layers like we did for step 1. Resize and adjust accordingly. Add a frame and insert a secure checkout image. Now duplicate page 2 and go to page 3. Repeat the same process as page 2. Delete the extra text layer. Move the text layers down and resize them. Resize the frame and move it above the text. Shrink the rounded rectangle. Then add the step 3 details view shape. Add the 3 text layers. Add a frame and a full delivery photo. Duplicate the page, then shrink the details view into the mobile screen. And now we have added the details view and then the mobile screens. To finish page 4, let's add a full delivery service image. Go to the Elements tab, type Full Delivery Service into the search box, click on the graphics category, choose a good image, add it, resize, and place it on the right. Now let's take a look at the pages so far. They are looking good. Now the key to making the animation work in Canva with the match and move transition is making sure that the same elements appear across the pages where you want the animation to happen. That means the phone screens need to exist on all the pages leading up to their final position. This allows each one to expand, shrink, and morph seamlessly, creating a professional and engaging animation. Right now, as you can see, the mobile screens are only on pages 3 and 4. So here is what we are going to do. Go to page 4 and copy the step 2 and step 3 mobile screens. Go to page 1 and paste. Move them to the right. Then slightly adjust the step 2 screen upward. Next, copy the step 3 mobile screen and paste it on page 2. Now we have a complete flow across all 4 pages. This creates a clean, continuous sequence where each step opens into its detailed view and then shrinks back to the mobile view for step 1 through step 3. For the image on page 4, we want it to animate in from page 3. So to do this, copy the image, go to page 3 and paste it there. Position it by dragging it slightly off screen to the right, but keep a small part visible. Canva will automatically animate the movement between the 2 positions once we apply the match and move transition. Now, from what we have done so far, the animation flow begins with a detailed view for step 1 on page 1. But what is missing is the step 1 mobile screen at the very start. We want the animation to begin from the mobile screen, which will then expand into the detailed view, shrink back down before step 2 begins. From there, each step continues the same way, expanding into detail and returning to the mobile view, all the way through to the end. So let's add the step 1 mobile screen at the start. To do this, duplicate page 1 to create a new first page. On this new page, delete the detailed view elements. Copy the step 1 mobile screen, then return to page 1 and paste it. Move it to the right beside the other 2 mobile screens. Now we have the mobile screens for all steps along with their expanded detailed views. The flow for the screen is complete. Each step transitions smoothly into its detailed view and back again. Now we just need to add more details to finish this page. I also want to include a clean intro at the very beginning and a strong outro at the end. This will give the entire sequence a professional start and finish, completing the flow. For the intro and outro, all the screens will be displayed inside mobile device mockup frames. So go to page 1, then highlight all the step 1 elements, then group them. Do the same for step 2 and step 3 mobile screens. Then go to elements, frames, devices, and choose a good mobile frame. Place the frame over the first mobile screen, making sure the frame is slightly larger. Then duplicate the frame and place it over the second. Duplicate again and place it over the 3 mobile screens. Group each frame together with its mobile screen underneath. Go to Position, Layers, select both the frame and the mobile screen group. Group them and you can move it up. Repeat the process for step 2 and step 3. Make sure that the middle frame group sits at the top above the others. Next, go to Photos and drag in the same images used earlier into each frame for step 1, step 2, and step 3. Duplicate this page, and this duplicated page becomes the new second page where the mobile screen animation begins. On this new page, let's fade out the frames. Ungroup the frame and the mobile screen groups. Select and ungroup. Find the frame, reduce the opacity to 3. Then select all the elements again and regroup. Repeat this for the remaining 2. Now complete this page by adding a rounded rectangle and a text box. Type "How to Order" in all caps. Go to Elements and find a delivery service logo. Add it and place it under the text. Duplicate this text layer. Add the app name. Resize and place it beside the logo. Next, go to Elements and find an animated arrow. Place it under the logo. Now the duplicated page is done. Let's return to the original intro page and finish the page. Select the first mobile screen and frame group and move it behind the middle one. Do the same with the third one. Drag it behind the middle group as well. Now select the middle group and increase its size so it becomes the main focus. Next, select all three groups and move them slightly to the right to create space for the intro text. Add a text box and type your intro message. Increase the size, change the font to Montserrat, make it all caps and position it. Duplicate the text layer, drag it down, update the text, then reduce its size and change the color. Insert a rounded rectangle, reduce the size and place it below the text layers. Resize it and change the color. Add a text box on top of the shape and type "Download now" and make the color white. Finish the page with additional details. Go to the Elements library and find phone and website icons. Drag in a phone icon, resize and place it. Then website icon, resize and place that. Then let's include some supporting text. Duplicate any text layer, change that to "Learn more." Then duplicate and add a phone number, then a website URL, and place both on the right side of the icons. Finally, let's delete this text, the outline rectangle, and this line to keep the design clean. For the outro, duplicate the second page and move it to the end of the project. Go to the page, ungroup the frame and screen group, then select the frame and restore the opacity to 100. Then regroup. Do the same for the second group, then the last one, do the same. Next, change "How to Order" to "Bon Appetit." Then remove the arrow. In place of that, let's add a text line. Let's add a banner and logo at the top of the pages. Go to page 3, then in Elements, go to Shapes, then Banners, and select this banner shape. Add it to the canvas, rotate, resize, place it at the top, and change the color. Next, copy the logo and the app name from page 2. Go back to page 3 and paste that. Resize them and place them on the banner. Select all three, the banner, the logo, and the app name, and copy. Paste them on page 4, page 5, and page 6. Now finish up by adding match and move transitions with 1 second duration and apply between all pages. Let's preview the animation. Everything looks good except the transition from the mobile screen on page 2 to the expanded detail view on page 3. As you can see, the animation isn't morphing the way we expect. Instead of smoothly expanding into the detail view like we see in the final video, it's cutting sharply. This happens because the mobile screen elements on page 2 are inside the mobile frame and grouped together, while on page 3 they are ungrouped with no mobile frame. This prevents Canva's match and move transition from recognizing them as the same object. What we want is for the step 1 mobile screen to expand seamlessly into its detailed view. So we need to adjust how these elements are set up to make the morph work correctly. Open page 2 and locate the frame and mobile screen group layer. Let's go to position, layers, and here select the group. Let's duplicate it. Make sure the duplicate is placed directly over the original so that both groups stay perfectly aligned. Next, trim the start of the top group. Then select the bottom group and trim the end. Ungroup the duplicated frame, select the mobile frame and delete it. Now preview the transition again. Now as you can see, the morph effect is working exactly as it should, smoothly expanding into the detailed view without any sharp cuts. On the outro page, let's add animation to the images inside the frames. Ungroup the frame and screen groups, select each frame, click animate, choose the photo zoom animation and set it to animate in and on enter. Do the same for the other two. Next, trim 0.5 seconds at the start so that the animation begins just after the transition, creating a smoother effect. One more detail to add is alternating the background circle shapes across the pages. Let's go to page 2, select the two circle shapes and let's move them downward. Then copy them and paste them on pages 4 and 6. Go to page 4, delete the shapes already on the page and then paste the new ones. In the layers panel, find the layers and drag them to the bottom. Repeat the same process for page 6. This way, pages 1, 3, 5 and 7 share the same background shape positions, while pages 2, 4 and 6 share same positions. This will create this dynamic rhythm across the pages. Finally, let's add background music to complete the video. At the bottom of the main timeline, click Add Audio. If you don't see it there, go to page 1, scroll to the bottom of that page's timeline and click Add Audio. Search for suitable background tracks. Play a few options to see which one works best with your video. For this video, I will use a track called Space Fashion. Drag it in, exit the page, and in the main timeline, you can see that the music will automatically adjust to fill the length of the video. Preview the video with the music and trim any section of the track that you don't want. And fade out the last 1 second of the music for a smooth ending. If everything looks good, export the project as an MP4. I'm also going to save this design as a template for my channel members. Now let's see the final result. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe and follow for more Canva video animation tutorials. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.